What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia, and if you are new here, welcome. This is my channel, Sophia Sees Beauty, where we talk about all things beauty and makeup. And you guys know I have a thing for buying very hyped, very expensive makeup products and letting you guys know if it is worth your hard-earned money. And that is exactly what we are doing today. Today, I am going to be doing a review of the Chantecaille mascara. This is a $73 mascara, and I just had to know if it was good and if it's worth the money. This is a very beloved mascara from a lot of people across the beauty community. So I'm gonna be doing a full review of this mascara, guys. I've been testing this out for a week plus to get a full opinion of this mascara and whether it is worth it for you. We're gonna do a demo, we're gonna do a wear test, and I'm gonna try and dupe this with some more affordable mascaras in my collection to see if they can measure up to this product. So if you guys are interested in that, keep watching. And before we get started, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I welcome you to do so. I would love to have you as a part of my community. I'm a luxury beauty YouTuber and Instagrammer, and I upload content every single week on all of the new luxury beauty releases. So if that is something that is of interest to you, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to hear about every time I post a new video. Also, everything that I mentioned in this video and whatever is on my face is going to be linked down in the description box below. If you guys are interested in supporting my channel, please consider shopping through my links. A lot of these are affiliate links, so I get a very small commission when you purchase things through those links, and it costs nothing extra for you. So that is a really great way to support my channel. Another really great way to support my channel is by giving this video a thumbs up, and it's totally free. It lets me know that this video is helpful. It's something that you like to see, and it helps me learn what kind of content you guys enjoy. And with that, let's get into the product details. Okay, party people, I've got you here up close. Let's dive into the product details of this mascara. I like to film here at my desk up close for these mascara videos because I feel like we really need to see the details of what the mascara looks like and then also just what the brush looks like. You guys get the point. So let's dive into this mascara from Chantecaille. So this mascara is called the Longest Lashes Faux Cils Mascara. It retails for a whopping $73. I know, guys, $73. We're going to talk about whether or not that price is worth it very soon in my final thoughts. But you can buy this on the Chantecaille website, but it's also available at a lot of other retailers, which I will link down below. Personally, I purchased this with my own money from Harvey Nichols. I was purchasing a couple other things from that UK retailer, and I said, you know what, I need to try this. Absolutely need to try it. And one of the reasons why I wanted to give this a try is because one of my favorite creators here on YouTube, Teresa is Dead, I'll link her channel down below. She said this was the ish. She said this was her favorite mascara, and even though it was expensive, she still really loved this and she still would definitely recommend it even despite the price. And so I said, you know what, I have to try this. So that's one of the reasons why I'm giving this a try. I've also been trying out a lot of other very good long wearing mascaras recently that you'll find here on my channel, and I really wanted to do some comparison. So let's hear a little bit more about this specific mascara. And I'm just reading some product details from the Chantecaille website. It says, the newest lash peptide technology has now been added to the original sought after Faux Cils formula. The powerful lash peptide helps enhance the appearance of natural lash length, thickness, and fullness. The formula features the non-clumping double helix brush to comb and feather lashes for defined volume. So this mascara promises to give length, thickness, and fullness. It also says that it is very long lasting, and it's basically saying that they're using these natural waxes to achieve all of these great things. It's also made in Italy and contains conditioning rose oil. This product is free of phthalates, parabens, fragrance, and it is cruelty free. I always like to mention what these brands don't include in their products in addition to what they do include, because Chantecaille is kind of marketed as a clean beauty brand, but as we all know, there's not really a true definition of what clean beauty means. So I like to mention that to you guys because maybe clean beauty means that it doesn't have parabens or it doesn't have phthalates. And Chantecaille, in addition to being very clean beauty brand, they tend to market themselves as using a lot of active botanicals and a lot of research. Everything that they have is very skincare infused. They also are involved in a lot of philanthropic initiatives. If you go on their website, you'll notice a lot of the proceeds from their products go to different conservation efforts, etc. So they're a really great brand. They're really like doing good. They have really good ingredients, but it is kind of up to you guys to decide what clean means to you and what, you know, sustainable means to you, etc. So I always like to mention that information. And so I just want to show you guys the very sleek packaging, and I will post some daylight close-ups because it is quite the gloomy day today here for me. And I also will show you some close-ups of the brush as well. So the brush, I would say it's kind of like a medium brush. It is very straight. They're calling it a double helix. I don't really see that. I don't know what all of that is about, but it has some very nice, like pretty flexible fibers in there. They're not too long, they're not too short, they're not super plasticky. They're all one length. And so I would say this is a pretty nice standard brush. I think that this gives good volume, good length in general, but it's not going to be any one thing. It's not going to be something that is targeted towards length, curl, or volume. In my opinion, when I look at this, I think, you know what, that's a good size for most lash lengths. That's going to work for most people. And it's not targeted towards any one promise in terms of volumizing, lengthening, curling, etc. So those are kind of my thoughts on the brush. And I'll show you guys in the comparison section how this compares to some of my other favorite mascaras that are in a similar category. Okay, friends, now that we have all of the basic details about this mascara, let's dive into a quick demo so you guys can see what this looks like on my lashes. Let's get into the demo of this very expensive Chantecaille mascara. And before we get started, I always like to mention what kind of lashes I have. I do use a lash serum called New Lash, which I will link down below. So my lashes are pretty long. They have a little bit of a natural curl. Today, I really just curled the very base to kind of lift them up a bit so you could sort of see what this would look like on a regular day for me. And if you're wondering what is on my face, I'll have everything linked down below. I'm wearing the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. I'm wearing the Chantecaille Gel Bronzer. I have one of the Suku Melting Powder blushes, and then on my eyes I just did a very natural look with the BK Beauty True Beauty eyeshadow palette. I really like to have a very neutral base for you guys so you can see the mascara very, very clearly in the demo. So let's get into it. So I also want to mention just right off the bat is like one thing I've noticed with this mascara is that very often you get a lot of product on the brush, and this started to happen after maybe the third time that I used it. Like I'm going in and just a little bit or a lot of bit of product is getting off on the brush and kind of around the tube. I don't have that experience with a lot of other mascaras. I don't know if it's the scraper within the tube, I'm not really sure, but that is kind of one of the issues that I've been having so far with this mascara. So I do just kind of want to mention that if that's something that annoys you. All right, so we're gonna go in with this mascara. And you can see right off the bat, it doesn't have any clumps. It's a very smooth mascara. There. That is one coat. So that is no mascara, and that is with the mascara. So what do I think of this? I don't think that it's super lengthening, honestly. I think that this brush isn't well suited for lengthening, but I think in general it gives a nice fluttery kind of thickening effect. There's no clumps. It's very, very easy to apply, and as long as you don't get too much on this brush, it goes on very seamlessly. Like it doesn't gunk up. I've used this and tested this product for a couple of days now in a bunch of different scenarios through workouts and, you know, busy days and all that kind of good stuff. So I have a really good opinion about how this applies and how it wears. We'll talk a little bit about how it wears later, but in terms of the application, I find this very easy to control, and I actually really like the brush. Typically I go for brushes that are a little bit thinner, a little bit longer, and I think this one is a good, like, Goldilocks brush. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, and the bristles themselves, they're very medium length, okay? And they're not going to poke you. They are sort of just flexible enough to get everything on the eye, and it's easy to put on your bottom lashes as well. It's not gonna get all over the place, because when the brush is too big, I don't know if you guys experience this, but when the brush is so big, I can't really get in at the base of the lash. It's a little bit harder to control. Does anybody else have that problem? So typically I don't like brushes that are too big and chunky. So this really lets you get in there if you have maybe sparser lashes, or shorter lashes, or your lashes are very straight, I think that the relatively thin shape of this brush is going to help you get in there and have a lot of control. So yeah, I don't think that this is the most lengthening mascara in the world, but as you can see, it added a little bit of volume. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on another coat on this eye again so you can see what it looks like when it has two coats, both on the top, and then also applying it to my bottom lashes. All right, so this is what it looks like with two coats, and I've also applied it to my bottom lashes. You can see here, it's still not clumpy. It's kind of a, you know, it's a bit of like a wet formula, but not too wet, I would say. And yeah, I think that I have a very nice lift there. It volumized a bit, it lengthened a bit, but it isn't the most extreme mascara. I think it gives a nice fluttery effect. I'm not worried about my lashes kind of sticking together, getting glued together. It's very easy to control, and if I wanted to put another coat on, I wouldn't feel worried about it getting clumpy. I've really layered this on, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to this eye so you guys can see the absolute full effect of this Chantecaille mascara. And so this is what it looks like with two coats. I will turn my lights down just a little bit for you guys so you can see that in the most natural light possible. I like to show you in different lights. I don't know, whatever makes the best difference for you. And we'll get in even really close here so you can see. Also, if you guys are wondering what is on my lips today, because I realized I forgot to mention that, this is the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer, and this is in the limited edition bronze shade, and it's really good. So I just wanted to mention that because I realized I'm like up close here. Anyway, guys, so this is how the mascara applies. I want to give you guys an idea of how it goes on. It gives a nice volume and lift and a little bit of length. I wouldn't call this like a natural look, but I think what's nice about it is that it doesn't glob on too much. It gives a little bit of volume and length and lift without getting clumpy, and it's very buildable. So I think that is very lovely, and I don't know if it's like the natural waxes that are in this particular formula, but it really is a very lovely formula. It applies very well, and I think this is going to work for a lot of lash types. So now that we have that demo out of the way, let's get into some comparisons. I'm going to be comparing this against some more affordable but also very beloved by me mascaras that are in my collection. So let's get into that. All right, guys, let's get into some comparisons and see if I can dupe this $73 Chantecaille mascara. So the two mascaras that I'm going to be comparing this against, because I think that these are the most similar, both in formula, in claims, in longevity, and in kind of the overall vibe and branding of the Chantecaille mascara. The first one is the Rare Beauty mascara. I have a full review of this up on my channel if you guys want a little bit more of a detailed look at this one. And then the second one, I also have a review for this. This is the Caliray mascara. It's called the Come Hell or High Water Tubing Mascara, and this is now available at Sephora. It's a relatively new brand to Sephora, and I also have a review up of their skin tint. So this is a really cool brand. If you want to hear a little bit more about this, check out one of those two videos. I will link them down below. But these are the two mascaras that we're going to be focusing on in this comparison section. So first we have the Rare Beauty mascara. This mascara is vegan and cruelty-free. I have checked, and I don't think the Chantecaille mascara is vegan. They're not 100% vegan brand. Chantecaille is a clean beauty brand, and Rare Beauty is not, but I like that they're vegan and cruelty-free, so I wanted to mention that. This particular mascara promises to be a little bit of everything, which kind of reminds me of the Chantecaille mascara as well. Rare Beauty essentially designed this so that there would be a mascara that basically was good for all lashes, short lashes, long lashes, straight lashes, curly lashes, etc. If you go on their website, they kind of talk about wanting to build a mascara that is very universal. And so I think that that's pretty interesting. And again, it kind of reminds me of the promises that the Chantecaille mascara gives as well. Now, this particular brush is going to be a little bit thicker, and I'll do a quick comparison right now with the Chantecaille. So this is the Rare Beauty and this is the Chantecaille, and I'll show you right here. The Rare Beauty is just a little bit thicker and the bristles are just a little bit longer. The shape is a little bit different as well. And so I just want to call out the shape right there. And in a second, I will kind of run through all of the different claims and we're going to sort of rate each of the different aspects of these mascaras. Next up, we have that Caliray Come Hell High Water Mascara. This one retails for $24. It is also vegan. It is also cruelty-free. And if you have watched my review, you will know that this brand is also very sustainable. It is considered clean and planet positive at Sephora. It's made of recyclable packaging. Sephora has their own standards right now on what they consider to be clean and planet positive. So you can definitely check that out on the Sephora website. But I want to mention that because I know for folks that are shopping Chantecaille, a lot of times you like Chantecaille because the products are clean, the products are very natural, and Chantecaille does a lot of, good things for the environment in terms of their philanthropic efforts. So Caliray kind of fits into that particular marketing category as well. So I wanted to mention that. Now, similar to the other two mascaras, this mascara also claims to volumize, to length, to curl, and this specifically is marketed as a tubing mascara, which means that it's going to be very, very easy to remove with warm water, but otherwise it's going to be extremely long lasting. It's going to be very, very long lasting. And this particular wand is a lot thinner and more slender than the other two. So let me compare with the Chantecaille. So here's the Caliray and here's the Chantecaille. You can see right off the bat, the Caliray is longer, it's more slender. The bristles, however, are basically about the same length. So that is the comparison of the brushes. Now I'm gonna run through just a couple of categories here and I'm gonna tell you which mascara performs the best in each category. The categories are volume, length, longevity, price, and then I'm gonna comment also on kind of like cruelty-free, sustainability, etc. So let's get into that. Let's first talk about volume. Now, I think each of these mascaras give a decent amount of volume, but I think the one that gives the most volume is the Rare Beauty mascara. And one of the reasons for this is just because the brush is chunkier and this one has the longest bristles, so it's going to really deposit a lot more color. So in general, I think that the Rare Beauty gives the most volume, but that being said, I think that all of these are very buildable and I get a lot of volume from them. But if you're looking for the most volume, I think that the Rare Beauty honestly does that the best. The next category is length, and the one that I think gives the most length is the Caliray Come Hell or High Water. And similarly, this is because of the brush. So this one has the longest brush. It is the most slender, and I think because of this, it's very good for lengthening. It's also a very long brush, so I feel like you can really get in there and just kind of extend the color onto the tips of the lashes without it getting clumpy. So I do think that this one is the most lengthening. It's also a tubing mascara, which I just feel like it's easy to really add like an extra little like tip to the end of your brush when I'm going in and I'm kind of just like depositing a little color right onto the tips. I think that this tubing formula makes it really easy to do that. So in terms of length, I think that the Caliray is the best. Now let's talk about longevity. Now, I've tested all of these products multiple times, different types of days, different types of temperatures, Peloton workouts, gym workouts, etc. And honestly, guys, these all are very, very long wearing. They're all very long wearing. That is one of the things that I look for the most in a mascara, because if it doesn't last the whole day, then like, why am I wearing this mascara? I don't want it flaking all over my face. I don't want it rubbing off on the tops of my eyes or under my eyes. And so in general, like one of the reasons why I'm comparing the Chantecaille mascara to these other mascaras is because all of these are extremely long wearing. Now, if I had to pick one that was just a little bit more long wearing than the rest of them, that would be the Caliray mascara, because it is technically a tubing formula. I feel like these are all long wearing, but this one is just, it's just like a little bit more. It's a little bit more long wearing. I feel like through workouts or when it's like really hot outside or really humid outside, I feel like this one wears the best. So in terms of longevity, I think the Caliray is the best. Next up, we have price. So I think I mentioned these before, but the Rare Beauty is $20. The Caliray is $24. It's a little bit more. Don't forget, they kind of have a lot of like recyclable packaging, and that adds to the price. And then the Chantecaille is $73. So guys, the Rare Beauty wins it in that regard. Honestly, I think both of these just flat out beat the Chantecaille in terms of price. This is very expensive. This is definitely the most expensive mascara that I've ever purchased, and so I really needed to know if it was worth the price. In terms of price, hands down, obviously these ones win. And then lastly, in terms of our comparison, I commented on kind of like the cruelty-free and the vegan status for each of these. All of these are cruelty-free, which is really good. Now, the Chantecaille is not 100% vegan. Their brand in general, not 100% vegan, where these ones are. I think that if I had to look at all three of these and say, which of these, just based off of the descriptions and what I've seen on their website, is like doing the most good, I guess I would have to say the Caliray, because this one is cruelty-free, it's vegan, it's clean beauty, and it's also sustainable beauty. So they're doing a little bit more for the environment. They're making recyclable packaging. They're using dyes that don't harm the environment. They also have really cool, you know, the packaging that this actually comes in. The box is recyclable and has a lot of information on the inside about like how to recycle it, etc., and more about the product. So I really like that about Caliray. I think they do that in a really fun, playful, and interesting way that makes people like want to recycle their products. So in general, I think probably the Caliray, although you might be able to say, well, you know what, Chantecaille, they have a lot of philanthropic efforts and that means a lot to you. Maybe you really like those causes. So this is the kind of thing where I can't say any one of these necessarily wins, but I do like to point it out because it's something that you guys consider when you're choosing your products and when you're comparing them to other options. Okay guys, I hope that those comparisons were helpful for you. Now let's get into my final thoughts about this Chantecaille mascara. Alrighty friends, it is now time for my final thoughts. What do I think of this very pricey Chantecaille mascara? Well, if you can't tell, I actually really like this mascara. I think it is a fantastic mascara. I think that it's volumizing, it gives a little bit of length, it holds a curl. I think it's extremely long lasting, which is really what I look for in a mascara, and it doesn't get too clumpy. Honestly, guys, I think the biggest downside of this mascara is just the price. And so for that, I will not be repurchasing this mascara. At least I don't think I will. $73 is just way too much for a mascara. And I wanted to come on here and test this for you because I know a lot of people like this mascara. And so I do want to acknowledge that this mascara is bomb. It's really, really good. If you're a fan of Chantecaille and you like their products, feel free to treat yourself to this mascara. But as you could see in my comparisons, I really just think that there are other options out there that are incredibly similar to this mascara. If someone were to ask me, hey, Sophia, what's a really good dupe for this mascara, I would probably say the Caliray, because once again, I think that the brushes are somewhat similar. You're getting a little bit more length from this. They don't clump. They give a very sort of like natural fluttery effect that's still like bold enough to feel like you have enough volume and you have enough length. They both come off very easily with water. They both last really long, and both of them have that sort of like clean beauty, cruelty-free, doing good for the world, doing good for the earth, etc. kind of marketing message. So I would recommend the Caliray mascara. Once again, I have a full review of this up on my channel if you guys want to see how this looks like on my eyes and kind of the pros and cons of this particular mascara. But yeah, my final thoughts are this is a fantastic mascara. I would recommend it, but if you don't want to pay $73 for a mascara, maybe try it out first, the Rare Beauty or the Caliray. See if you like it, and if you don't like it, then splurge, go for the $73 mascara. So anyway, guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you. Definitely comment down below and let me know, have you tried out this mascara? Have you tried out all three of these like I have? I would love to know your thoughts, because obviously my lashes are gonna be different from your lashes, different from somebody else's lashes, and your opinion matters just as much as mine. So please sound off in the comments down below and let me know what you think of this review and what you think of this mascara if you have tried it before. And if you have made it this far in the video, maybe that means that you enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload content every single week on all of the new luxury beauty releases, but I also like to go back to sort of OG and existing products like this to see if I can dupe them, to see if they are worth the money. So if this is the kind of content that you guys enjoy, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to hear about every time I post a new video. And please consider following me on Instagram. We have a lot of fun over there. I do a lot of little luxury unboxings there, let you know what what I'm shopping. I let you guys know on Instagram first when all of the good sales on these types of products are happening and when there are restocks, etc. So if you guys want a little bit more luxury in your timeline and you want to connect with me, Instagram is a great place to do so. Finally, guys, please give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you, and please consider shopping through my links if any of these products were of interest to you. That is a really great way to support my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.